okay, we gotta do this. Your brain is going to creative mode. You have to believe in yourself. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable moments, situations, because that's how you grow, and so on and so forth. Hello everyone. So in this short video, I'm just going to get into the gist of how to become that person that you envision yourself being. Like how to be that girl, or how to be, the next level that you're ready to be in. And it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, simple, but I would love to know your comments, and also just questions if you have any. But most of all, I hope you enjoy and it resonates with you. And we are at a Washington trip, Seattle to be correct, meeting our home offices here for the company that I work for, AIO. And it's been only 2 days, but it's been so impactful because I have been surrounded by these individuals who all shared a dream 20 years ago and literally lived the dream that they used to talk about. They're living in it, but they've been living in it, you know what I mean? And then it's hard not to do this, but it's been very reflective on myself, where I'm like, okay, I need to be around people who share the same vision as me, because it's a long game. It's not just for the short wins, which will come, but it's more so the long game. And you're gonna have to keep yourself motivated. Most of the time it's yourself. But if you're surrounded by a group of individuals who understand and speak the same language as me, as you know what I mean, then the trip it doesn't seem that long. The journey does not seem that long, and the journey is actually savored. Like you're having fun in the journey, because you're like, okay, we gotta do this. Your brain is going to creative mode. You have to believe in yourself. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable moments, situations, because that's how you grow, and so on and so forth. So today we were at lunch with one of the VPs, and he went around and had everyone talk about like what's their dream. And people were honest. Some of them were like help people, some of them were like make as much money as I want, and some of them were like I really don't even know. And what I said in that talk, because I could only speak for myself, I said financial freedom in 1 year. Because my financial freedom, because of my expenses not being all that high, I think is achievable. And if I can put a number to that, it would be like $1 million, right? $1 million in 1 year. I could not have these conversations if I was still working at like art. If I was still working in hospitality, I would not have these conversations. The conversation was, what are you going to do this weekend? Like, what are we doing for fun? And it was never like, okay, where do you see yourself in a year from now? Because it's so attainable that it just gets me excited. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm writing what that looks like, because what I want to start doing is having a meditation practice where I see myself as that individual. Because in that talk, I also said, what kind of person do I have to become? What kind of uncomfortable moments do I have to put myself through so I can achieve this goal of having 1 million in a year, right? I've made 6 figures, but I haven't made $1 million, not yet. So what does this person look like? How does she dress? How does she express herself? What is she doing on a daily basis? And because I know that we are a creature of habit, I want to create a routine that is habitual to me, that's adding to this goal, right? Because guys, a goal is meant to stretch you. It's meant to grow you as a person. If you've lost weight before of 10 pounds and you do it again, you're not really learning. You're using what you learned when you lost the 10 pounds. So if you already know how to lose 10 pounds, then your growth lies within losing 20 pounds. Am I making myself clear here? So it's like, I already know how to make 6 figures. My goal now is to make $1 million, because that's what's going to stretch me. Even if I don't make $1 million my first year, but I put the pieces of movement forward, then I will learn a lot more than if I was trying to aim at 6 figures. Does that make sense? Like, whatever goal you choose, it has to be something that you haven't attained. Okay? And if you've attained it, then you have to do it bigger. And if it gives you anxiety, then you're moving in the right direction. It has to give you anxiety. Like, if a goal doesn't give you anxiety, then it's too easy for you. Like, yeah, I know, right? No, it's supposed to be a good, comfortable time. No, it's not. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to make you question yourself. It's supposed to be like, why am I doing this again? And that's why you gotta write it out. And that's why I'm gonna write it down, so I can remind myself every day. So going back to what I was saying about this routine that I want to create for myself to continue to align me to that goal of making $1 million, I want to read it. I want to meditate on it morning, night. I want to live it every day. I want to act like that person. I want to get over the uncomfortable moments that I think is uncomfortable right now, and then make them feel comfortable, like those moments, so I can find out what else makes me uncomfortable, so I can debunk that too, and grow and grow and grow. Because 365 days is going to pass regardless. We're already in September. That's like, what, 3 months away from January, right? October, November, December, okay, fine, 4 months away. Like, it's time to go. And your year can either start 4 months from now or right now. Either way, the time is going to pass by. Why not have a directed goal in line for that time, and see how far you got without stopping? Which moves on to the next point. When you make a decision to do something, movement starts to happen. Movement starts to go forward. And the reason I say that is because I learned that watching a very good series on Bob Proctor, and he was really big on decision making. He said that amongst the 1, 2, and 3 percenters, what they had all in common was they were fast decision makers. He said that from the book Think and Grow Rich. If you know anything about Bob Proctor, he read that book for like 60 years every day. So he knew this book in and out, but he would still read it every day. And he said his favorite chapter, which is the longest chapter, is decision making. And the disclaimer on the decision making was 1, 2, and 3 percenters that are successful. One thing they had in common was the ability to make a choice in less than 30 seconds. Yeah. Which is one thing our society takes for granted. Because we'll sit there and be like, I need to sit on it. I need to think about it. And it's like, well, you really don't want it. Like, when you really like a person, you don't sit there and be like, I need to think about if I really like them. No, you know it. You feel it. Like, you're passionate about it, right? When you see like a pair of shoes that you really like and you got the money for it, you're like, I'm going to get these shoes. Like, there's nothing to think about when you really want it. It's when you don't know if you really want it, or you want it, but you're not confident in yourself, in your ability to go get it. And that's where we sit and we lag. Is this a good career opportunity for me? Oh my God, it's going to mean I have to work harder than I am right now. Like, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to get myself uncomfortable and be that uncomfortable to make this X amount of money? Guys, in my industry of sales, like, the most beautiful moment is the interview, because in the interview, they're confident. They're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, like, I want to give this to my family. And then when it comes to the nitty gritty, when the excitement dwindles and the anxiety builds up, they're thinking this anxiety is pointing me to the left. I shouldn't be doing this. When really, this anxiety is showing you what you need to work on to move out of where you're at. Like, if I can rant. I can rant all day about this, but decision, okay? What he said was, as soon as a person makes a decision, I wrote it down. Once you make a decision, things start to move. And I started contemplating on this idea. I'm like, once I make a decision, things start to move. Like, the universe is like, woo, get out the way. Marvelli coming through. Her and her crew. Like, what you So I was like, okay, this makes sense, right? Because I started contemplating on it. I'm like, this makes sense because, very easy example. When you decide you're going to lose weight and you start working out every day, Well, guess what? Those little workouts start to build on top of each other. And in 2 weeks' notice, you lost 5 pounds, 10 pounds. You're like, oh my God, me waking up in the morning or whatever, me working out every day. Look at this. Like, I just lost some weight. Well, that's because you decided to. You decided that day 2 weeks ago that you were going to do this. And that's why you saw results. Same thing is with your career. When you decide, hey, I'm going to do this and go all in 100%, and every day you're just 1% better, in a year from now, the results will speak for itself. But if you never decided that, if you never decided, oh, I'm going to go all in and give it my best every day, then you would still be in the same playing field. And that's why, and that's what clicked for me. I'm like, that makes sense. It's not woohoo waha. It's not like, oh, I'm going to decide to be a millionaire and then do nothing about it. And the universe like, here, we've been waiting for you in your room. There's your million. No. When you decide you're going to do that, your brain goes in creative mode because now you're waking up. And that's what I'm saying. I got to write down my vision for myself because I'm more of a visual person. Before I close my eyes, I need to first write it down. That's how I work. And when you see that vision and you see it every day, in the morning and the night, first thing in the morning when you wake up, thank you, and then you see your vision, and then last thing you see or do in your mind at night, and you repeat that, well, then you're going to start aligning with that person. You're going to be like, wait, she flips her hair this way. Wait, she does her nails like this. She speaks like this. She knows this. She reads this. She believes in this. All of that stuff starts to align within you. Going back, if you don't decide to do that, then you never start moving towards that. So with that being said, you have to keep moving even in the discomfort of it. Because it's not going to be easy because you're unlearning a lot of stuff that you learned where you feel comfortable. It's where you start growing out of it that you start feeling uncomfortable. And that's where you know that you're moving in the right direction, is when you start feeling uncomfortable. Because if you don't feel uncomfortable, you're not really moving outside of what you know. That's point blank and simple. So I'm going to be documenting my 1 year to $1 million. And it gets my heart beating. It does. Because I already know that it's going to be uncomfortable. And it's just sitting with that uncomfortability. Also, I tell myself it's a lot more uncomfortable if I turn 60 and I never did it. Like, you got to know what makes you feel more uncomfortable. Is it the fact that you'll turn 70 one day and reflect on your life and you say, I never got to do that? If that's a lot more comfortable than going to public speak, than going to lose weight, and taking that sales position, whatever that is. If that realization is a lot more uncomfortable than what you're going to put yourself through, that uncomfortability is going to pay off. Because being comfortable is not going to get you to where you want to be. It hasn't this far. Even making this video and posting it is very uncomfortable for me because it's very vulnerable of me. It's my dreams I'm sharing, right? A lot of people can watch this video and be like, I don't resonate with this girl. Like, what is she talking about? And me seeing that is going to pinch at my ego. But I have to go through that and continue to post videos, because if I just hit with one person, then it makes it worth it. But I would never hit that person if I would never hit record and post. Even if I don't have the best intro or outro or the best thumbnail, That's my rant for today, and I hope it resonated with someone out there. If you guys are stuck in the middle of making a choice, remember that the most successful people make their choices in less than 30 seconds. So put on a timer and make that choice. Because what you're saying yes to, you're saying no to something else. And what you're saying no to, you're saying yes to something else. So make sure that whatever you're saying yes or no to is beneficial for your future. Okay? So I will keep you guys posted on this beautiful journey. I don't like to say when I'm gonna post because I don't want to let you guys down. But anyway, like, subscribe if you feel your girl, because if you're hanging on this long, you might like me a little bit. You might just be my friend a little bit. And then please use the comments. Let me know what you think about this video. Give advice if you have any. If you made a meal, give advice. Put it in the comment. Like, that's the kind of community that I want to build. I want to build a community where we can help each other out. It's not just me up here, you know what I mean? And then also another way of supporting this channel is just hitting that like button, because the more likes are on a video, the more it's distributed in the YouTube land. So do that too. Other than that, guys, I will talk to you guys a little later. Have a wonderful day. Start your day off the way that you're supposed to. Let's all keep each other accountable. Whatever goal it is, write down how that person is and start showing up as them. Right, so write down, okay, this is the kind of clothes that she likes to wear, this is how she likes to smell, this is her hair, nails, her speech, her thoughts on this, the way that she carries herself. These are prompt questions. And go ahead and write it in a journal and edit it as much as you want. As much as you want. It's yours. Rip it up if it doesn't resonate anymore. Write up a new one. And then read it. You're going to read it in the morning, meditate, reflect on it, and you're going to read it at night, meditate and reflect on it. And then during the day, you're going to act like this person. I don't care if you work at Starbucks. I don't care if you're a nail tech. I don't care what you do. You're going to show up as this person. Like, if this person is still, serving coffee, how is she serving coffee? She's serving it with class, with her best, doing it her best. You know what I mean? In every situation, if you have a group of friends and they like to gossip and you're not into that, how would she react? Would she leave the space? Would she get new friends? Would she say, actually, not tonight, guys, I'm not feeling it? Like, what are those action steps? What does she eat? Does she like to work out? Does she like to read? What does she like to read? What does she like to watch? Like, really build this character and then show up as her. Okay? All right, lovelies. I will talk to you guys another day.